My name is Birdi. I'm also known as Sonia Birdi. Born and brought up in Nairobi, primary school in Our Lady of Mercy Primary School and secondary in Loreto Convent, Musongari. Did my bachelor's in India and I did my master's in England. Traveled, worked, had businesses, uh, and also teach yoga and meditation because I'm interested in mental health and fitness of people, and a politician. So I like saying I politics is my profession, but I preach yoga and meditation.
Well said, Mishima. Maybe being a woman from the Asian community, what has inspired your entry into the Kenyan politics?
My inspiration comes from the fact that we have many big Indian business people. By this I mean people who bring a lot of employment to our country, and they are part and parcel of the growth of our economy. So my inspiration has grown from the fact that we Indians need to be part and parcel of the negotiating table in at higher levels. That's where my interest stems from.
Great. And maybe away from politics, what kind of a person are you? Because I've heard you mention that you're a yoga teacher and stuff. What kind of a person are you away from politics?
Well, I'm a person who likes having the interest of people first. After 2017, the reason why I ventured into yoga and meditation as a profession, because I certified in it, is because I genuinely felt that as a human being, somebody can be able to serve the people in more ways than one, which I can tell you is right. Because once you're a leader, once you're a people's person, you will always find a way to give back to the community.
Well said, Miss. Okay. As the first ever Kenyan Asian woman to serve in the National Assembly, what are some of the notable pieces of legislation you participated in as a parliament?
Some of the pieces of legislation that I participated in and amended, you can amend certain sections of the bill. Uh, One of the most important was the Immigration Act, which was focusing on the rights of people who are looking for citizenship in our country. You might not know that apart from Indians, there are very many people who are in our country, and by way of citizenship, they have rights of settling in our country, but for certain reason or another, they have not received the citizenship. So my input was to amend a fixed time period by which the authorities should be able to reply to the people, our citizens at large. That's one. And the other one I did was on the dumping. I had a statement on the way schools in slums are being affected by illegal dumping. Okay, now this was done in a school in Makadara by the name of St. Elizabeth Primary School. And apart from them, these things, I also focused on the corruption in our country at various levels on our roads, and I also focused on why we have so many accidents in our country. Who is responsible and who is to blame, and what is the status of the vehicles, that the level of standard that our buses and our matatus are built at, that causes so many accidents in our country. So these are some of the things that I focused on while I was in Bunge. Apart from this, I also focused on human rights, women to be more specific, And you must have heard the Bring Back Our Girls, My Dress, My Choice campaign, which I was leading, at parliament level. And basically rights of children, by being able to confront those society issues and those society concerns, or those society institutions that are not giving the right service to our communities and to our Asian community, to be precise. Those are some of the things.
Well said, Mheshimiwa. Maybe in your opinion, apparently at the moment you're the only Indian woman who's out in Kenyan politics. Maybe why do you think other Indians shy away from running for political post?
Well, this is a very in-depth, you need a very in-depth answer for this question. It is coupled by very many factors. But I can tell you, after 10 years, almost 12 years of me being in politics, the rate of interest of politics in our community has increased a lot, and I'm very happy about that. Today, you will find at least one or two Indian women who are part of a political process in their communities. So, why are they shying away? Politics is not an easy path. It's not an easy responsibility. People feel that it's probably a 5-year term and then you can go home and rest, or you can go and do your other hustles and other business. It's not like that. Once a leader, always a leader. Your community will come back to you. They will ask you for answers. They'll ask you to lead. Then what are you going to do? If you find a leader anywhere in your community who decides to sit down and take a back seat when things are thick, that person is not a leader. Then you must weigh your leadership, weigh your leadership uh, direction and see who is the better leader for you.
Okay. In your opinion, should women be considered for leadership roles as a way of balancing the gender equation, or just be left to battle it out against the males and let the winner take it all? Because now we can see the imposter position of the women rep, which is only slated for women. Do you think they should be given those privileges?
Africa, and in particular Kenya, is much more ahead than many Western countries that I know who don't advocate for women empowerment and women rights. That is something that people in our country don't know. And I can say this from my experience that I had in 5 years in Bunge. We have taken great strides in our country. Through the 2010 Constitution, our leaders, Honorable Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta, and everybody who was involved in the promulgating the Constitution at that time, they made sure that women were given a position in our political platform. That means that we are trying to demonstrate a very mature democracy. The fact is that traditionally it's not easy for women to compete with men, simply because women has more pressing kind of responsibilities, and those responsibilities start from home. You have a house to run, maybe you have a business to run, and in most cases you have a husband to run as well, and a family to put together with it. So the woman gets bogged down with these responsibilities. So you will find a few women who have the time to go after a political post, because this is something that leadership, yes, it can come naturally, but it is a blessing by God. And that's why some of our leaders, unknown to the rest of the country, they believe that these people are sitting there just by some sort of votes or even vote rigging. Let me even say that. But the fact of the matter is, we are in 2022 right now. We should not be talking about vote rigging, and we should not be talking about things that avert somebody's intention, because at this moment in time, the youth out there who are watching us are advocating for democracy, and they're advocating for humanitarian rights, and they cannot find a leader who can talk their problems. They cannot find a leader who can sit down with them and tell them how to deal with issues like lack of employment. Yes? So this is the sort of leadership we're looking for. And yes, today we're seeing the likes of Honorable Martha Karua in a very good position. That shows very positive and, grown up politics happening in Kenya. So should we support the 47 women reps? Yes, we should support the 47 women reps at any length. Should women go for elective politics? Yes, they should go, because as it is, the 2/3 gender bill, we are struggling. So we need to help our female fraternity to get to the table as fast as our male counterparts have.
Well said, Mheshimiwa. That's elaborate. Do you think your appointment as a nominated MP inspire fellow women to seek for political positions in the country?
Without a doubt. Because I'm a sort of person, you will find me even going to the shops to do my own shopping. I'm the sort of person, I'll go to the gym, I'm interacting with people, I'm interacting with students who teach them yoga and meditation. So I inspire people. And 10, 12 years later, I can see the difference in people in the society. You can go and see how many women are standing in elective politics from my culture, and you will be shocked to see that people are getting some positive motivation from my side, and I'm happy and I'm grateful to God that He has made me an instrument for that.
Now, Mheshimiwa, how do you manage to balance between politics and family?
It's very difficult, but it's not undoable. Look at all the great ladies who are serving our nation, and look at how they run their homes. It's tough, but it is doable. It is something where you have to prioritize each and every day, because politics is not stagnant, it's very fluid. Every day it's a different thing, every day it's a different step, and you have to be able to keep up with the schedules. So it's tough, but not undoable.
Maybe what's your opinion in respect to parties giving direct nomination tickets to some candidates, as opposed to before, where candidates would go to the primaries and battle it out?
Well, I think by handing over the tickets to somebody without proper consultation is denying the constitutional right to be heard. Democracy is the first principle in any governing country. Okay, if you don't have democracy in a government, you're missing the point. Now, don't forget that we are all hoping to democratically elect our president on 8th of August. So what we're saying is that this handing over of tickets without consultation is wrong. We all have to stand up for it, like in my case. With Westlands, we had 7 people who vied, 6 males and 1 female. I don't see any reason why one should be given a ticket and others should not be considered. This is a point to be noted, and I think things like this, it brings about some questionable aspects as to how people are handled. But again, I am very confident that I am not living in a banana republic. I will make sure that this time I do the right thing, because in 2017 I also vied in Westlands. So this is my second time I'm vying in Westlands, and I know the dynamics of Westlands. And this giving away of party tickets is a big no-no. I don't believe it's right.
And maybe, Mheshimiwa, before we come to a close of the interview, in your opinion, do you think as a new coalition should pick a woman to deputize Honorable Raila as the president?
Not only Azimio movement, I think every party should pick a deputy as a woman. Because if we do that, then we're working towards we're working towards a good gender parity rules.
Now, Mheshimiwa, we've come to a close of the interview to start brief. Now, these last few minutes, I want you to look straight at this camera and talk to the people of Westlands. I know you sit.
Okay. To the people of Westlands and everybody watching me right now, I want to just tell all of you that as we're approaching the August 8th elections, what we must do is vote for the right choice. Vote for the person that you know that can make a difference in our country. In my opinion, Baba is the right person to lead our country because he has a very long track record, and I think we owe him that much. So with that, what I'd like to tell everybody in Westlands that they should get up and forget about voter apathy and get out on August 8th and make sure that their voices are heard, because don't forget, even not voting is casting a vote. So you'd rather be heard than not.